How do you envision a beautiful summer Saturday? Maybe going to the beach or attending a ball game? For me, it's scouring through people's garages looking for bargains. Today I'm going to tell you how you can find great bargains at garage sales, and you'll see that the three things you need to know about are creating a good route for the sales you want to go to, gathering the proper supplies, and the art of negotiation. I go to over 1,000 garage sales every year, and I've gotten great bargains on things like electronics, LPs, toys, books, and stuff that I sometimes sell on eBay, including some software I once bought for 25 cents at a yard sale and sold on eBay for over $200. We'll begin with creating a list of the sales that you want to attend. A good route of sales is critical to finding the best bargains. There are two sources that you need to look at in this area. The first one is online newspapers, and specifically I mean the Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Enquirer and the Community Press. Both of them publish their classified ads together online at the website Cincinnati.com. So what you do is you go to Cincinnati.com and then go to classified ads and then garage sales. The other source is Craigslist. Of course, you go to Craigslist.com, make sure you're on the Cincinnati part of Craigslist, and then go to garage sales. What you want to do then is read the ads very carefully, confirm that the dates are correct, because sometimes people leave up ads that for sales that have already taken place, or sometimes they publish them way in advance and it might be an ad for a sale that's not going to take place for another week or two. You also want to look at whether or not they are restricting early birds from coming to their sale, and you also want to see if they'll still have their sale if it's raining. Then you want to organize them into a logical route. You can copy and paste the ads right into a document, put them in order based on location, add directions if you think that you'll need them, and some other important considerations also are to look at the start times and to see if they're selling items that are things that you're interested in, and also look for neighborhood sales, because that's a great way to find a lot of bargains in a short period of time. Here's an example of what I mean. This is a list of sales that I created, and I have them in a logical order, so I'm not doing a lot of driving back and forth. For some of them I've added directions. And then here on the last page, I had a couple that were in places that I really wasn't familiar with at all, so I even copy and pasted a Google map in there to help me find my way to those sales. Moving on, we're going to cover the supplies that you need for going to yard sales. Having the right supplies will improve your shopping success. Of course, one of the things that you need is money, and plenty of it, and have various denominations. I recommend that you bring at least 10 20s, 10 5s, 50 ones, and a roll of 40 quarters, and have them packed for easy access. This is the pack that I like to use when I go shopping. I've got 5s here, 1s here, and quarters here, so it's very quick and easy for me just to get the exact amount that I want to get out when I'm making a purchase. Another thing that you want to do is think about sun protection. A hat's a good idea. Some kind of neck cover, a towel or a shirt or something you can put over your neck, because you're going to be bent over looking at things, so you get a lot of sun exposure there. And sunscreen. Put some on before you leave and bring some extra to apply later on during the day. And also think about nourishment. It's a good idea to bring plenty of ice water, and then also some snacks that are high in protein, like maybe nuts or granola bars. Lastly, we're going to look at the art of negotiation. Effective negotiation turns a good bargain into a great bargain. First, you want to make a favorable first impression when you arrive there. A friendly greeting is a good idea. Maybe offer a compliment, like the landscaping. Wow, those are really interesting bushes. Or if there's a pet, say something nice about the pet. Wow, what a great looking dog. Also, if they have kids set up selling something like lemonade or brownies, be sure you buy one of those and compliment them. Wow, these are the best brownies I've ever had. Then as you look around the sale, scout the items that you want, gather them together, estimate in your mind a total, and sometimes they have things marked at price, sometimes not. You just have to make the best guess you can. And you can also ask devaluing questions as you go along. Things like, how old is this? Or do you still have the power cord for this? But be friendly as you do that. And then determine an opening bid. And the way that you do that is first in your mind decide the maximum that you pay for the things that you have, but then offer well below that. And sometimes you can say it in a favorable way. For example, you could say, if you make these a quarter each, I'll buy all of them. Or if I buy this for $5, would you throw this in? And then as you negotiate prices, there'll probably be counter offers, so be reasonable, find a middle ground with the person. It's also a good idea to have the money visible. So let's say that you're making an offer of $8, have $8 in your hand right in front of you. That makes it tempting for them to say yes and go ahead and take the money. If need be, you can start removing items to help find a middle ground if that's necessary, but always be friendly. Here's an example of what I mean. Let's say I was at a yard sale and these were items that I gathered that I wanted to buy. I want to get this Cincinnati Reds Rally Monkey, a Star Trek souvenir lunchbox, a snow globe of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum, a printer cartridge for my printer, a digital camera, an Elvis CD, a DVD, and an older model iPod. Okay, so let's say that I've gathered these things together, and in my mind I've decided that the most that I would pay for those would be $12. So what I might do is make an opening offer and say, well, would you take $6 for these things? And they might counter with 10, and we could go back and forth and end up at say, $7. And if we end up at $7, that's great, because that is $5 less than what I was thinking was the maximum that I'd pay for it. So let's review what I've covered. I've explained how you can find great bargains at yard sales, and I've told you the things you need to do are: first, create a really good route of the sales you want to attend; secondly, gather the supplies that you need; and thirdly, use the art of negotiation. So perhaps we'll see each other some Saturday morning. You'll recognize me. I'll be the guy with the armful of bargains.